Dear Just Figuring It Out podcast. 3 years ago, I didn't have a name for you. I googled the best name for a podcast, how to name a podcast, and etc. But here we are with Just Figuring It Out podcast. You were born on one boring Sunday when I recorded my first 2 episodes, published the unedited episodes, and voila. Thereafter, I became a distributor, sending people the link to my podcast on all social media platforms. And when I say all, I mean all, including emails. At this point, I think all my contacts are getting sick of me. Recorded few episodes, got tired as there's no source of motivation. I had few listeners, no engagement with the podcast, and I was all alone in this. I later on defined my why, found my passion and safe space, and I continue to record content that I like. In 2022, I got on my foot. I became consistent with the podcast, recording as frequently as possible, and let's not talk about the challenges that I had. The same year, I started an Instagram account for the podcast. The account has definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone. I now take pictures and post them. I have an adventure series for exploring historical sites in Nairobi, and the newest baby that I have is the self-help segment. I have worked in my social life tremendously. I have been invited as a guest with 3 podcasters, which was crazy for me. Never thought I had the capacity, but I did great. Let's not even get started on how I hosted a radio show, all thanks to you. I have attended 3 podcasting events, all from my favorite podcasters. I have seen them grow from scratch, and I'm very proud of them. One word for you: your podcasting journey is different. It doesn't have to be similar to other podcasters' journey, but embrace it as it comes. Never compare yourself. You are unique in your own way. If someone would have told me that 2 years ago I would have birthed this amazing space, I would have never imagined an 18-year-old girl running a podcast that is about figuring life out as an adult with the little knowledge that I had. I'm looking forward to having my own live recording with my listeners, having branded journals, t-shirt and tote bags for the podcast, and finally having a studio where other podcasters can have a space to perform their magic. Happy anniversary, Just Figuring It Out podcast.